The Mitten Tree is up at the St. Catharines Museum and Welland Canals Centre. Kathleen Powell joins us to talk about the return of the annual campaign. Kathleen, you can't miss the tree when you enter, correct?
No, it's right there in the lobby, covered in mitts and hats and scarves, just waiting for donations to come right in.
So it started this weekend?
Yes, that's
right?
correct. Yeah.
How has it been so far? We're only a couple of days in.
Yeah, it looks like the baskets are filling up around the Mitten Tree, so that's a good sign. Hopefully, lots of generous donations will come from the community throughout the next couple of weeks.
And you're looking for what kind of items?
Hats and mitts and scarves. We'll take socks. Like warm wool socks are great, and gently used coats and things like that. But not like we're not taking all clothing, just like winter coats maybe, hats and mitts. We would prefer new, and socks and things like that.
Why is this something that the museum itself takes on every year?
I think we all agree that it's important for us to do what we can for the community when we can, and this is a great opportunity for us to be able to give back and to help out those people who need a little help to stay warm over the winter.
Once a week, you bring the items to community care, is that true?
I don't think it's once a week. I want to say it's when it looks like it's getting filled.
When it's overflowing.
Yeah.
So you clear it out, and also because the cold weather is upon us.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the people who need these items should have them.
Yeah, we don't want to wait.
Not having to wait till Christmas.
No, exactly. And also, if they can distribute them before Christmas to someone who might get that as a good Christmas gift, that would be great. Yeah.
800 items collected last year?
Yeah, over 800. Yeah, it's
Is that
great.
normal, or is that higher, lower? I mean,
I think that's higher.
Is it?
Yeah, because last year, even with COVID, we were able to take donations in, and people were incredibly generous. They're always incredibly generous when it comes to the Mitten Tree, and last year was no different. And so 800 is a good number for us to be able to donate.
You're hoping to hit 800 again this year?
That'd be great. Would be awesome to hit 900. We're going to aim for that.
What else is going on at the museum right now?
We have a couple of new exhibits. We just opened the very first exhibit in our permanent galleries. We're doing a whole permanent gallery redevelopment, and most of our exhibits are temporary, but the new exhibit is open now. Just opened about a month or so ago. It's called The Town Growing into Note, and it's really about the development of the city and the history through time. It's kind of like I call it a tasting menu. It's just small pockets of information that stick to a theme that's a common theme that threads through the whole story of the city, like sports and immigration and the labor movement, and those kinds of things. So it really takes in those themes, and we've highlighted very specific artifacts to tell those particular stories.
And you call this a permanent exhibit. Will those artifacts always be the ones that are on display?
They might change depending on what story we decide to tell. They'll definitely be on display for the next little while. A lot of people have shown interest in having Jerry Cheever's face mask on display. It doesn't go up that often on display. It hasn't been up for a while. And so we figured that one will be on display for a while. We came across the mammoth tooth in our collection, and it's a pretty cool artifact. How many times do you get to see a mammoth tooth up close? And so that one went on display. It was found in Homer, so not too far from here. And so we were thrilled to be able to put that on display. There's a gent who lived in St. Catharines who was a labor organizer who, every time he went to a meeting or a conference, he got a pin and he attached them all to this denim vest, and he donated his vest to the museum a couple of years ago, and so we were able to put that on display, which is really great. I love that artifact. It's pretty modern. It's from the 80s, but still really interesting story about the labor movement in the city.
And then Last Stop is the other exhibit?
The other exhibit is called Last Stop, in their own words, and it's basically kind of talking about the story of freedom seekers once they were here. It doesn't cover the part of the Underground Railroad getting here. It's really about what life was here once they got into St. Catharines, what were the hardships and what were the benefits of being here. And we've tried to do that by taking the words of those people to tell that story.
I bet it tells a lot of stories.
It does. It's really interesting. There were a couple of reports that were done just around the time of the American Civil War where they actually talked to freedom seekers who lived here and interviewed them about their experiences, and having that is invaluable. And then on the flip side, there's the opposite of people who were not so supportive of that community. And so it's interesting to have someone's words, their actual words, rather than us, kind of extrapolating that story.
The Mitten Tree, as we wrap up, what time of day can people drop in and donate?
Anytime. We're open every day, 9 to 5, and except for Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and New Year's Day, we'll be open to take donations.
And this goes till January 8th.
Yes, that's correct.
Kathleen, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.